Hello and welcome to the 22nd episode of the Hiatus Review Show. Today we have Steven and the Stevens. It's kind of funny, this episode's the exact opposite of Joking Victim. While Joking Victim feels like one of the most real episodes I've ever done, Steven and the Stevens is the exact opposite. But the important thing is, do I like it or not? So let's find out. So for the first thing that I like in Steven and the Stevens, I like how Steven's time thingy was small, Pearl's was all fancy and grand, Garnet's was just big, and Amethyst was kind of misshapen. It's a nice visual touch to sort of show off their different characters, and I like that a lot. It's a good part of that episode that I definitely enjoy. Not much to say about it, really. It's kind of obvious when you say it out loud, like this is just what it is, but it's nice. I definitely enjoy it. Another thing that I like in Steven and the Stevens, this episode's self-contained, and this is very important, because time travel is something that's very hard to do. So if this episode wasn't self-contained, but if the time thingy still existed after this episode, there would be a lot of problems. Or if there were extra Stevens lying around, there would be a lot of weird problems. If you've ever seen time travel done in any other show, it can sometimes get really weird. If a show's based around it, it's got to do it well, or it can get out of hand fast. So it's good that this episode is very self-contained. The time thing's destroyed, all the Stevens are gone, hypothetically, I'm assuming. And so it's good that they did that, because otherwise it could have been a huge mess and a huge problem. So it's definitely great that they did that. So for another thing I like in Steven and the Stevens, I like how Steven finds himself annoying, that he's like he can't stand to be around himself. Considering that a lot of people's main complaint with 1A is that Steven's an annoying character, this is very funny. And it feels very self-aware from the writers. They're like, yeah, Steven's kind of annoying right now. That's kind of the idea, so I like that. Very, almost a meta joke, but not really. Like, it's not designed as one, but it sort of ended up becoming one, I think. They may have done that on purpose, I don't know. Either way, it's actually kind of funny, and I definitely enjoy it. And so for the final thing that I like in Steven and the Stevens, I like how they go, when they're using the time thing and they're fighting, they go to past episodes and to future ones. They go back to Gem Glow, but also they go forward in time to Ocean Gem, where the ocean's just completely gone. Because there's that scene where you can see the boat in the background and they're fighting in what seems to be a desert. But when you get to Ocean Gem, you realize, oh, they've gone forward to the future and they're fighting basically near their house and almost in the same location as Gem Glow. Little farther away, but very close to it. It's because it seemed at the time like it was super far away and it wasn't, so I like that. It's a nice attention to detail that 1A is definitely good at. And that's everything I like, so let's jump into what I don't. And so for what I don't like, I think you can guess what I'm about to say. It's the usual, I have literally nothing that I dislike, at least nothing I dislike enough to actually mention. Maybe there's a line here or there, maybe there's a moment that I don't love, but nothing worth mentioning, really, so sorry to break it to you, this episode's pretty alright. So let's jump into the final verdict so I can talk about that a bit. And so for the final verdict, do I like this episode, do I not? I do enjoy it. It's definitely not my favorite, because there's not much meat to this one. It's just a fun episode where they use time travel. And they handle it in a way that works. They don't keep it around for it to become a problem later on. They use it, they have fun with it, they get rid of it. So it's again, not my favorite episode, but there's tiny little things in it that I kind of enjoy. So I definitely would recommend you give this one a rewatch if you're, inclined to do that, because it's fun. It's a fun episode that's not earth-shatteringly good, but it's fun. And I thank you guys for watching. Next up we have Monster Buddies, which is a good one, I'll tell you right now. So I'll see you guys next time. I hope you have a fantastic day.